Okay. So you just mentioned that you served 22 years in prison, and also somewhat speaking on the life of adjusting to freedom.
Yeah.
Um, so we're in a country that, you know, supposedly grants second chances, but it's difficult for a lot of those to like find work. Like, because when you fill out an application, you have to make mention that, you know, you're a felon or you serve time. And a lot of employers frown on that or aren't willing to bring someone that they feel has like excess baggage into their workforce. Like, how did you just continue to push forward despite endless rejection?
Yeah. Yeah. Going back again, as a man thinketh, so is he. And I spoke every day when I walked out of prison. I knew that the same principles that I survived in prison by positive affirmation, every day speaking life over my life inside of prison, I knew that I had to do that outside of prison. So when I walked out, I knew that there was going to be a challenge. You know what I'm saying? I started working for certain people or certain businesses for like $50 a day. I'm working 10 hours. Could you imagine me making $50 a day when I'm going from leaving an environment or prior to prison, I was making thousands of dollars a day. Now you're telling me I'm only worth $50 a day. You know what I mean? And that's less than $5 an hour. You know what I mean? So it was a lot of rejection, but I was prepared mentally for the rejection. This is because I knew that I had something great in me, and I tell people that I walked out of prison with understanding what my purpose was. My purpose is to get out of prison and become a voice for those inside of prison. And I knew that every valley that I went through was all part of the process. You know what I mean? So from $50 being rejected to making $7 to going to companies and they're telling me, hey, we can't hire you because you're ex-felon, you're ex-con, you have a felony conviction, you have a murder conviction on your record. All of those things were part of the process for me, because going back again, my mindset was prepared to go into the valley because I believe in 3 V's: vision, valley, and victory. I had a vision for my life when I walked out of prison, but I knew and understand that in every religious scripture that I read, God always gave a person a vision, he gave them a valley. And my valley was going through the employment valley to collect the lessons that I needed to know so that I can become an advocate. After, once I get employed, I can now become a real advocate for employment opportunities that will bring me to victory. And that victory was me now being self-employed, me being an organizer, me changing 5 counties here in South Carolina to change a policy around ban the box, removing that off an application. But I first had that vision, and that's why I tell a lot of people, you have to have a vision. You have to understand that with the vision comes a valley, and with the valley comes a victory.